vision with purpose, in pursuit of purpose.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to In the Spotlight, the home of unfiltered conversation. This is where real talk is what we do. I am none other than Donna Thompson.
And I am Dr. Laxley Stephenson. Together, we're your moderators. Donna, what is happening in the world of a collegiate purpose? In your world?
Oh, in my world?
Yes.
Wow. I'm feeling a whole lot better than I did a few days ago.
Did something happen? Did something happen?
Yes, I think I ended up with I ended up with the flu. So I'm actually on the mend of recovery, and I'm so happy and grateful.
You know, one thing I know, when you get the flu, you don't think. You know you got it.
Mm-hmm.
So how you feeling? How you feeling now?
Oh my gosh, I feel 100% better than how I did before. Of course, I still have, the cough and kind of, a little bit of stuff going on, but I am feeling a whole lot better than I did for the past.
I'm so happy, and I'm so happy that you're feeling better on Monday at 7:30.
I am telling you.
Yes, because this is when we go live and in the spotlight. The home of what?
Unfiltered conversation.
And we go raw. No topic is off limits. Nothing. Nope. You bring it on here and we talk about it. And that is exactly what we're going to do tonight. Tonight, we're going to focus on Global Humanity Network. Our organization that is doing so much good in the world. And we have some special people on with us tonight, our teammates at JHN. And what is JHN for?
Global Humanity Network.
And indeed, we're global.
Yes.
We're global. So I don't want to even hesitate and wait and just let's do a drum roll. And who you want to bring on first?
Can I do both at the same time?
I don't know if I can move like that, but I'll try. So why don't you introduce one at a time? Just give me some work with me.
Okay, sure. I'm going to work with you. So we're going to bring on none other than Miss Grace Langmore, and she is the chair of the fundraising committee.
See, that's why I needed more time, because I messed that up.
And then we have none other than Dr. Cecilia Lynch, and she is the director of Mentorship Matters. One day we go.
You know what this reminds me of? We just had our colloquium in Pursuit of Purpose, and I was on stage with this group.
Oh, that's
right.
And
I surprised all three of you. That's what this reminds me. You sure you didn't plan this?
Oh, wow. Come to think of it. Yeah.
All right. So let's start with Grace. Just give an introduction of yourself and tell our listeners out there in internet world what you do.
Well, I'll talk about what I do, but I'll also talk about JHN. Is that okay?
Absolutely.
Okay, because what I do has to do with JHN. Okay, so as Dr. Laxley said, I am the co-chair of the fundraising arm of Global Humanity nonprofit organization. Um, at Global, we're blessed to have the passion and drive to ensure that this organization is able to undertake all our initiatives successfully, I might add. We're successful because we at GHN are what we call like-minded people. We're people who are rowing in the same direction. Yes, there are times when we kind of have a little tiny disagreement about which way to go, but we are rowing in the same direction for, I would say, 99.9% of the time. What we do there is that we help those in marginalized communities, not only in our communities, but also in communities abroad. And we'll talk more about what we're doing, what we have done in Kenya, and what other things we plan to do in Kenya. We have done tremendous work in Jamaica, tremendous, based on what we're able to receive from donor dollars. We're able to do lots and lots of work, and we can touch on that later also, some of the things that we're able to do. We love helping those who need us the most. And that's really like the glue that holds the GHN members together. It really is the glue. All that we do here at Global is aimed at just lifting people up and lifting them out. We're not always able to do everybody because the needs are many. And I think there is a Bible verse that says the vineyard, the what does it say? The something is few, or the vineyards is ripe, but the laborers are few. Yes, yes. So there's so much to be done, but we know that we do what we can do, and we do it because of lots and lots of donors who do assist us from time to time. At Global Humanity, we work together to bring about positive change in the lives of marginalized people. All that we do benefit community and beyond. It's never about us, never ever about us. We always shrink. We're in the background. We do the work. It's about lifting someone else up. And I remember when I was younger, and I know it's not something new to many of our listeners, is that my dad always said to me, never look on a man unless you're willing to pick him up. And that's what we do. That's what we do at GHN.
Can you repeat that? Can you repeat that? Can you repeat that?
Never look down on a man unless you're willing to pick him up.
So profound.
Wow.
Powerful stuff.
Yes. So I remember, of course, I was a child and I had no idea what this meant then. But as I got older, I understood exactly what that meant. And I have lived my life so that I'm always trying to pick someone up. Always trying to pick someone up.
Awesome.
I also want to say that our members, our GHN members, do not get paid. Some people say, I work for a nonprofit. This is what I do, and they work for a nonprofit. Our nonprofit is, our pay is in the wonderful work that we do. Our pay is to see smile on people's faces. Our pay is to see marginalized people, children especially, have a bathroom. Our pay is to see children who were in 100-degree heat now have ceiling fans. I mean, all those things is really where we get our energy from, and that's where we get our payment. What I really love about GHN is that we have, I would say, little or no administrative cost. Little or none. And I would think that, because I remember I was trying to find out from Dr. Lax, and as we go along, how much money we're spending. And I remember there was a time when we spent like maybe $35,000. And the only money that it cost GHN was to wire the fund. Was that correct, Dr. Lax?
That is absolutely correct. We had two wires, $45 per wire. That was
yes, exactly. So what I'm saying, that if you spend, I mean, you can do the math for those of our listeners out there. If you spend $35,000 on one or two projects, and your administrative cost is $90, if you do the math, that's like maybe 99% of all that we collect go to the initiatives that that we pretty much say it should go to. And Dr. Lux, you can correct me if I'm wrong, if there's anything else in terms of administrative costs that I'm missing, but I think that's it. Many of the times when we go for a particular initiative, like when we go to Jamaica, we absorb all our personal costs, every single penny. We do not say, oh, GHN need to pay our hotel, or GHN need to do this, or GHN need to do that. We pay our hotel, we pay our airfare, we pay our food, and then some, and then some. So I'm just bringing this up to say that every penny that's received from donor, every penny, and as the co-chair, I can tell you, every penny goes towards the initiative for which it was raised. And believe me, there must be about 1 million nonprofit agencies in this country. And I don't know how many of them can boast that. It seems like a small feat, but it's a big deal. It's a big deal for us because we can boast on that's what we do, that every penny goes towards that particular initiative. I just also want to say something about our members, to big up our members a little bit, that our members are what we call sustaining members, and they donate every month to fill in most of our financial gaps. They donate, there's no set fee. They donate exactly what they want to donate, and the organization is better for it. There are times when we're struggling with a particular initiative and members step in. I remember when we want to send some ceiling fans to Jamaica to a school in what's one called Mount Airy Primary School. And Dr. Lux, jump in and tell the story how we even got into this.
You know, we on one of our visit to Jamaica at Little London High School, we were invited to visit Mount Airy. We did a massive Helping Hands initiative at Little London High School, and we thought it was important to visit other schools in the area. And Mount Airy was one of the schools that we visited. And while there and touring the school, the classrooms were so hot, terribly hot, that one of our members who was on site with us, Mr. Earl Satahu, and hopefully he'll be on tonight, another director, he said, this is an issue. This is a problem. How can students learn in these conditions? So we made a commitment. I think it was, how many ceiling fans? I can't recall. Was it 30?
30.
30? Yeah, 30 ceiling fans, two per classroom. And we came back, and this initiative was funded. Not just directors, but other members in the organization got into their pockets, and in no time we were able to fund this initiative, all member driven. So that's the kind of thing we do as you're talking about sustaining donorship. Members are like-minded, directors are like-minded, and it's all about the work, as you've been saying, Grace. It's all about the work. Our benefit is to see the smiles on these youngsters' face. And, you know, these administrators face when we do what we're called to do. That's exactly what we do, right?
Yes, definitely. So as you probably figure out by now, we're always working on a new initiative somewhere in the world, somewhere, whether local, whether in the Caribbean, whether in Africa, we're always working on something. One thing about GHN is that we don't sit idle. You know, we're always jumping on a project because, as I said earlier, there is so much to be done. There's so much to be done. There's so many communities that are so marginalized, especially communities of color that are so marginalized. There are communities where the children don't have bathrooms. There are communities where the children don't have desks to sit in. There are communities where the children don't have air conditioning. I mean, you name it, and we could go on and on. Our most recent project was the building of 3 toilets for Meleki Primary School in Kenya. This was a must-do project, And Donna, I'm going to ask you just tell our listeners about this, why it was a must-do project, what you saw on the ground when you got there, and why we were pulled into this. We had no choice but to help to build some toilets.
And before you say that, Donna, I want to let our listeners know that we have a video we'll show the process to build the toilet. So we'll show that later. But Donna, please go ahead and jump in.
Yeah, sure. So, for our listeners, Dr. Stephenson and myself, we visited Kenya last September. So we got a good feel of the bathroom situation in Kenya and the sanitation um, issues in Kenya, which is definitely nothing like here in the U.S. So while we were there, we saw those conditions. We experienced them firsthand because we had to use some of those facilities, and they were not the best. They were not the cleanest, and dilapidated, falling apart, things of that nature. Anyways, we came back, and then we became affiliated with an organization, Hope and Destiny Foundation, that's in Kenya, and we decided that we were going to be a part of that organization there. And in doing so, the concern was brought to us about the bathroom situation with many of these schools in Kenya, where they're just not in good condition. But this particular school, it was just in a very remote country wooded area. The bathroom, it was basically caving in. It was in the rainy season, and it was just a matter of urgency because the fear of the children using the bathroom and it caving in with them was of great concern. And it had gotten to the point where some of the children, they weren't even using the bathroom anymore. They would go into the bushes to use the bathroom. So it was really a dire need. And when I say bathroom, just to kind of, we have a video, but to, if you can visualize, it's not really a bathroom like what we know of. It's kind of like a pit, and it's a hole that they're having to use. And you just think that in the rainy season, the water's filling that stuff up and it's about to collapse, basically. So of course, it was just very dangerous for the children. And once again, like I said, it's just, it's in a really impoverished area. So the school, they don't have the funding and they needed help. And of course, like GHN, like who we are, you bring us a problem and we just jump into action.
They say who feels it knows it. Donna got to experience it. So
Oh yeah.
she had to use those facilities. She had to use those. So it was easy for her to bring this back to us because she experienced it.
Mm-hmm.
She'd walk out, like she'd walk in and then she'd walk out. But guess what? It was so quite a compelling situation for us. We had no choice. We had no choice but to do the right thing. Let's bring Dr. Cecilia in. She's been over there. She got off screen for a moment, but now she's back. Hey, Doc, talk to us.
The bathroom issue.
Everything, Jason, we're talking
Jason.
about.
All right, let me say this about our fundraising committee. Like nothing happens in GHN without our fundraising committee. And fundraising, as Grace said, it's the life. That's what keeps us going. So we can't do the work without the members and the donors and the directors, each and every one of us really giving and donating of their time and money. So kudos and thank you to everyone who has been sustaining GHN over the past 2 years. So with that being said, Donna, I'm sorry you had to experience the bathroom issue, but I'm glad you experienced it.
Me too.
Because that's what allowed you to bring the story back to us. And it was so compelling that we here at GHN, we just had to do something, because we do understand what it is, especially for children, having to deal with those circumstances, and then girls having to deal with those circumstances even more so. So again, thanks for bringing that back to us. As everyone can tell, I am the Mentoring Matters program director, and that's our mentoring program that mentors children ages 8 through 20, well, young adults age 22. We had to also start a mentoring program at GHN because of our mission to uplift and provide for the underserved. And with children's education and their mental health and their social emotional interactions being threatened by daily activities, we know that we have to provide a service by providing mentorship to these young people. So here at GHN, we are recruiting mentors currently. Our program is an evidence-based program that we're backed by the National Mentoring Committee, which is like a big organization that helps to help non-for-profit mentoring programs or other mentoring programs, because they understand how significant it is for young people to get mentoring, because mentoring is seen and known to be able to change lives, you know. So because of that, GHN is very in depth in ensuring that we are providing the best form of mentoring that we can provide. So if anyone has any desire to mentor a child or to become part of GHN and preferably join our mentorship committee, we would love to have anyone out there who is willing and able to do it, because there are so many young people who need us, who just need that one person who they can relate to, that they can look to for guidance. And I know each and every person here who is on this program tonight, who is listening tonight, I know you have it in you to help us out and to help these young people out. So that's my little spiel about our mentorship program. GHN does great work in all different facets, and I'll let Laxley tell you all more about what we do. Or were you going to show that video, Laxley, of the?
Yeah. When we take the break, we're gonna play the video. But one thing I want to add about mentoring, and that if you're listening, we need mentors. But if you have a child that require some amount of mentoring, refer that child to us as well. That's a very important piece, because as we are seeking mentors, we're also looking for individuals who require mentoring as well. So it's a twofold thing, right? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. We will take a break soon, but Donna, you experience Kenya in a big time way. We talk about your situation with the toilets. For me, it was a different experience because I stand up, right?
Right.
So it was a little bit. My experience was different, but mine was a little bit different. But you had to actually do what those kids do, those young ladies do.
You have to squat.
You have to squat, yeah. And by the way, they say squatting is the way to go, right?
Right.
However, in the right conditions. And those conditions, we were told things like, because these toilets could cave in any minute, these kids prefer to go outdoors in the backyard. And there were snakes. There were all kinds of things out there in that element that was not good for them. And that's another reason why we thought it was so important to jump on this initiative and get it done. And that is exactly what we did. We got it done. And is it enough? I don't think so. There's so much more we need to do. So much more. But what can we do without the support of our donors, right? So I'm talking to you, our amazing supporters out there. Everything that we have ever achieved at GHN is because of your commitment and your willingness and dedication to the work. Not so much to our organization, but to the work that it needs to be done. And you have done that in an amazing way. So we're asking you again, that if you find it, if you're able to and you can, please continue to support us. And how can they support us, Donna? How can our donors continue to send in these donations to us?
Well, they can actually, you can visit us on our website, of course, at www.globalhumanitynetwork.org. And there is a way to contact us there. And there's several options for donations that you can choose. Also, you can actually Zell us at our email at globalhumanitynetwork@gmail.com. You can go ahead and Zell us there. And we'll also get, you'll get the donation. We'll get the donations. And what's also good about the Zelling is that if you choose to become a sustaining donor, you can also set that up where it's, we get that monthly donation. It could be $5, $10. It definitely helps if you can, Zell us and become a sustaining donor. We'll definitely appreciate it.
And Director Grace talk about, or our chief fundraiser talk about, our no admin charge, none of that stuff. Another thing that I'm very, very proud of is our transparency. Each time we receive a donation, we post it in our chat, so there's no secret. We all know, and the members of different communities are aware who's giving what. And if the person who's donating asks us to publicize it to the public, we're more than happy to do so. So continue to support us at GHN. I think this is a good time to take a quick break, and then we'll come back on. All right. So is it okay to take a quick break? I'm going to play the video. It's a lengthy video, but it's worth watching all of it. All right. So let's take a quick break and come back on.
Sure.
Wow. Two fitting songs, right? Two very appropriate songs. And, we have another of our director on. It's Andrea McIntosh. She is Andrea, you are our new treasurer
Yes.
organization. You're our money person. While Grace raised the money, you tell us how to appropriate it.
That's right.
So, just want to welcome Andrea. Let's give her one of them things that we do here at JJ.
Thank you.
Yes. Andrea, I see appropriately. You're dressed. You're in uniform.
Yes,
I love
I
that.
am.
You're in uniform. You're wearing your GHN shirt.
Look at
Yes.
here.
I am.
But normally I would have mine on, but Donna and I, we're functioning in a little bit of a different, role here as the host of the Collision with Purpose project. And so, of course, GHN is our baby. It's for me personally, I have never had any responsibility other than my children and grandchildren that I cherish the most. My work at JHN is a big deal. And I know that I'm saying that, but I'm not alone in saying that. I know that 5 of us on this screen, and I'm not the only one who feels that way. If that was not the case, we would not be able to achieve what we've achieved if we did not have that sense of commitment to serve. And tonight we're talking about in service, living a life in service, and that's what we're talking about tonight. Andrea, is there anything you want to add? We just showed the video of the project, the Mileki Primary School Toilet Initiative, and this is all the way in Kenya, in Tahita County, somewhere far away. And many of us will probably never ever, visit. But how powerful it is that we can do the work that it impact others so far away. We may never even get the opportunity to meet. And that is a true, real essence of service. When you're serving people that you'll probably never ever meet in your life. So Andrea, you want to jump in and say something?
Well, I think it's an awesome thing that GHN is doing, and I am very proud to be a part of GHN. Unfortunately, I was not able to make it to Africa, but one day I will. But I can talk about our trip that we did to Jamaica with the high school, and that was my first experience, with an event like that. And I can tell you it was a lot of work, but it was so worth it. So worth it. It was great with all the staff from the high school, all the students. They were also so involved in the whole um, benefit. And I just think it's awesome what GHN is doing. And, you know, we are hoping that we can get some more people to join us to make it even more enjoyable.
Yes. And that's so important, right? The more of us doing the like-minded people coming together doing this kind of work, the happier we are. The more merry, the more fun we create. Because while we work tirelessly when we go on these initiatives and we take them on, we also have a lot of fun, right?
Yes.
It's not just work. I get to see Donna and Cecilia in the hotel just partying away, having fun. I get to see my cousin Grace just working till she's so tired. She's so tired. Yeah, but that's the beauty of it, right? At the end of the day, and you look at what you're doing, and it's not benefiting you in any way other than to see the smile on these kids' face.
Right.
It's not a powerful thing.
Mm-hmm.
Grace, I know you have something to say about that.
Well, I just want to add, since Andrea talked about our trip to Jamaica, I remember when we were going down and Martina came here and Martina brought me, we're packing the barrels and Martina brought I don't know how much sanitary pads, packs and packs, packs of 36, packs of 24, packs of 12, and she filled up her SUV, and that wasn't enough. And she made another trip. Her SUV filled up, and she brought it to me, and I packed a barrel, and all that was in the barrel was a barrel full, a blue barrel. And those of you who are listening to us, you know what the blue barrel is. And that was filled up, and then we had to put some more elsewhere. And I was so amazed. As a matter of fact, it almost brought tears to my eyes when I see that even with the food and everything that was distributed, that the girls were so happy to get a box of sanitary pads. I remember the guidance counselor telling me that they would leave home without any because there was none at home. And they would come to school expecting to get one at school. And that thing just, I mean, I could not wrap my mind around that. I just couldn't. And when Martina came and she brought all of that, and when we put one in the girls' bag and they looked down, I mean, pure joy. Pure joy. Pure joy for what? A box of sanitary pads? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Pure joy for a box of sanitary pads. They were so elated just to get that. I mean, the food, yes, all the things that we brought, yes, but that was important to them. So, what did you say, Donna?
No, I just
Oh,
laughed.
yeah. So, it was a tearjerker just to see that we're able to do that for them, for the girls. And just, everything that we do is interconnected. That's a beautiful thing. It's interconnected, because now what tugged at my heart is to know that girls in the school in Taveti, is that the place? What's the name of the place? Taveti? Maleki Primary School. Maleki. In Maleki. That those girls who were having their periods had to go to the bushes, had to dump it there, had to change it there if there was anything to change. I mean, when you guys brought up this toilet, I said, yeah, I'm in. I'm in. I was in right away, because I said, whenever we can lift somebody up, whenever we can, because sometimes we say, okay, so we're building a toilet, so what? So what? So what? So what? You build 3 toilets. But the dignity that this brings to the girls, the dignity that it brings to them, the dignity that it brings to everyone, that they can now use a toilet almost like everyone else. They can be in a clean place. They can be in a place that's sanitary. They can be in a place where they can call their own. I mean, you can't put a price on this stuff. You just can't. You just can't put a price on this. It's just so amazing. And I gush over it, and I gush over it, and I gush over it, because I can see how when marginalized people don't even have a toilet, how much less marginalized they become.
Mm-hmm.
How much more they are. But if you can give them something to call their own, something that you're telling them that you matter, because that's what we're telling to those kids at Maleki, that you matter. You matter. This shouldn't be what you're reduced to. You matter. We can help you. We can help to show that you matter, that you are important to us. And as Dr. Locke said, we might not know you. We're thousands of miles across. We don't know you, and you don't know us. But as people of color, you matter. You matter. And when children know they matter, they'll do better in math and science and social studies and everything, because it's an upliftment that you can't put a price on.
Mm-hmm.
It's an upliftment. You uplift them so much. They said, oh, so somebody think that we're worthy. Somebody think that we're actually somebody. Somebody think that we're worthy of a toilet. There's somebody in the world who doesn't think that we should be in the bushes trying to squat when things can bite us on where. Or we can step into poop because there's already poop there when we get there.
Mm-hmm.
They are saying that we matter to somebody. It makes a big difference. You know, and I think that Dr. Laxley have spoken about us going to maybe Kitali to do some more, and I can leave that to him so he can talk about that, about how we're going to build some more. And those of you who are on listening and you would like to be a part of this, as Donna and Dr. Locke already said, how you can donate. How you can donate. There are many ways to donate, and you don't have to donate a lot, unfortunately. You really don't. I'm not looking for anybody to give me $100. I'll take it. It'd be nice. It'd be nice to give me $100. But you give what you have. You give what you can afford, you know? You give what you can afford. There are people sometimes they'll tell me, oh, Grace, I already give to another charity. And I said to them, split it. I said, split it. You know, these are my friends, of course. I said, split it. You know, if you give $100 to one charity or $50, then give GHN 10 out of it. You know, it's all going towards marginalized people. You know, I'm one. I always give money to Smile Train, but I wouldn't give all to Smile Train because I have to give some to GHN. So I have to split it. So I can tell other people that they can split theirs also, because there's so much to be done, and there's so many marginalized people amongst us, especially people of color. Especially people of color.
Yeah, you know, I'm here smiling, actually laughing, because now you see why in front of Director Grace's name you see cheer. Fundraising committee. Now you see why she's the chair, and
Yeah.
you know, like all of our members in their specific area where they're operating in, Grace excel in many areas, but money, any organization in the world requires funding, and especially in a non-profit agency, there's not much you can do without money. And one thing I would say, Grace make it happen every single time. Yeah. Whether it's an initiative organized by the organization or one that she's organizing on her own time, outside of the organization, generating money for the organization, she makes it happen. And so it's no wonder. And you know, let's give Grace a big shout out, guys.
Yay!
It's important. It's important. It's important because we here on this platform, we know she got it going on, and she's making it happen. That's everyone else making it happen as well. But I just want to say that we're talking about fundraising. As a critical piece. So if you're out there and you see it fit where you can do something, whether it's a scholarship, whether it's a $5, $10, $20, $30, we welcome it. Because one, you know, we learn, and we continue to learn that one small act of kindness can go a long way in making a difference in the life of someone. And especially when they're living in an area where, you know, I have a video here, I don't think I'll play tonight, where parents are letting their young daughters go out there to have sex, to do all those kind of stuff, just to bring monies into the homes. So much these kids need our support. And, you know, this is not a telethon where we're begging, asking for money. This is just sharing facts. We're just sharing real life stuff. If you're listening and you feel it within you, just lend a hand. Just like that last song we played, right?
Yeah.
Just lend a hand.
Now, can you imagine if we had 1 million people donate $1 a month? Just sustaining donors, $1 a month to GHN. How much we can do, considering that all our money go to our initiatives.
Yeah.
And
I remember. Sorry.
Check out that comment before you talk. One tree can start a forest.
That is so true. That is so true.
Yeah. Go ahead, Grace, with your thought, please.
Yeah, I remember a few years ago there was a crisis. Well, there are always crises on the continent, but there was one there for nets, because so many of the children were being stung by the mosquito and they were dying because all for a net. And then I realized that a net cost $10. So I spoke to all my friends and I said, listen, I need to give me a net. Give me a net for Africa. Give me a net. Give me a net. And some friends gave me 4 nets, some give me 1, some give me 5. And before you know it, I had 500 nets to send to Africa. Because these are the people who understand that because they are living a certain way, they can lend a hand. They can, and as Martin said, one tree can start a forest. You can get started with $10, with $10. And then year in, year out, I would do a garden party, and I would tell them, listen, bring $30 for 3 nets. And everybody would bring $30. They'll bring $60 for 6 nets, etc. And so this is it, that we are not wealthy people, but we're certainly better off than these marginalized people in the areas that we see and the areas that we visit. So we have to do what we need to do at GHN to reach out to people. Together, we can achieve more.
Absolutely.
Together, we can achieve more.
Absolutely. So you talk about Kitale. We're visiting Kitale in September. But before we go to Kitale, it is our intention. We plan to build out toilets at a school there. What we plan to do, we're going to invite the principal to come on and talk to us at one of our meeting at GHN. But we have identified a school, and Kitale is a very, very rural area again in Kenya, and the needs are the same, no different. So we're looking to repeat what we did in Tahiti County. The only difference is this time we're looking to do 10 toilets. 10 toilets. The only difference. And you may say, why 10? It was our objective to do 5. But the terrain and the conditions were so challenging in Tahiti County, it was really difficult for them to build and to even move the materials into place. So we settled on 3. But, and again, the cost to build 10 may be about the same as to build 3 in better conditions, in that type of ecosystem. So that's what we're looking to do. But we can't do it on our own, by ourselves. We can't. We need your support. We need your help. And again, whether it's Zelle at Global Humanity Network.org, that's our Zelle information, or whatever way you can support, please support. Contact us. If you're watching this live or if you're watching this replay, you can still support us. So share this stream if you're watching. Just blast it out. Just blast it out, because we need as many of you donating $10, $5 to make a difference, right? We're not asking you for one big drop in the bucket. Small pieces is good enough for us. So, Donna, what else you want to add about Kitale? You visited Kitale. What a place. And before you go there, so we're all from Jamaica on this platform. If you want to see Jamaica and the problems in Jamaica, but much bigger, because Kitale and Kenya is 60 plus million, Jamaica is 3. So it's just a multiplication. They're just multiplying the problems, So imagine, right? It's huge, but the life is so similar as to what we experience. In fact, I've never had, that's the most roast corn I've ever ate in my life.
That's my country, man. I love to be there. Roast corn, yeah.
And what's that thing, sweet sop or sour sop, Donna? That they're bringing us sweet sop?
Sweet sop.
Oh, I'll be there for the sweet sop too. Oh, yeah.
Yes. Sweet sop, corn. Corn is one of their main crop there. They do, everything is corn, and they use it to make ungali and all kinds of stuff. But if you have an opportunity to visit Africa, and I'm promoting Kenya, but if you visit Kenya or anywhere in Africa, you're going to be renewed. I promise you. You will come back touched. You will come back touched. So, Donna, go ahead, take the mic. It's all yours.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry. What was your question before?
It's not a question. It's your mic.
Oh, I thought you had asked a question that I was supposed to answer. But yeah, I would just say that Kitale was great. It's definitely an experience. Oh, you know what? One thing that I did notice, though, it was like when we were in the town, it didn't seem like there were traffic lights. So it was a lot of cars, a lot of moving parts. But it's just the it's, you feel really, I mean, at least for myself, I felt very comfortable there. Um, where we stayed was nice. It was definitely not like, where others probably lived, but you definitely see where the need the need is great there as well. The children are in need of help. Um, like driving along, going, you could see kind of like it's almost like where you would have shops on the side of the road, but then like they would have things like, if they're selling clothes, like they're on the road and people are kind of like going through stuff, trying to pick out whatever they can find. But it's the need is there. It's great. The children need help. The community needs help. So I just encourage everyone to, if you're looking for a nonprofit that you want to connect with and you want to feel comfortable and secure to know where your money is going. Because I hear some people when I speak about GHN, I'll get that people don't always want to donate because they're like, they figure not all the money is going to the initiatives. But I encourage everyone who's listening to us that, GHN is not built that way. And I think that's something that we all are very proud of. I know I'm very proud of. I know when I speak to individuals about GHN, that's one of my greatest passion, is to know that everything that our donors, you actually donate to us for these various initiatives. We're proud to say that every single dollar goes to those initiatives. And, we make sure we have standards that have to be followed. We have guidelines. So we make sure we take what we're doing very seriously. We take your money very seriously. And we don't just take it and give it and not have results. That is not this type of an organization. We have structure, we have policies and guidelines. So put it this way, if you're out there and you're looking for a nonprofit and you have some money, or even if you don't have some money, but you have some extra change in your pocket, donate to Global Humanity Network. We need it. We need your money because we got a lot of work to do. A lot of work to do. You hear, we're going to Kenya to build 10 toilets. We need some money. So please donate to us. Thank you.
It sounds like we have another fundraising cheer.
That's correct. That is correct. That's right.
Dr. Cecilia will have to jump off, so we want to give her an opportunity to say something before she leaves.
Oh, well, thank you guys. And I'm so happy that you guys were on tonight. And I'm sorry that I have to leave a little early. But I want to say to whoever is listening that just as Grace said, everything is interconnected. All of the programs that we do is interconnected. So whatever you can do to help the organization, as well as to help underserved kids and individuals out there, I'm urging you all to consider. It doesn't have to always be money. It can be your time, especially if you were to become a mentor or to help us out in being just a member, that you just help us to take care of those administrative things that we don't pay for. You can be a volunteer with us. So what we do is we make individuals, and especially children, feel like they matter. And that is very, very important to me personally. My passion is really working with children and providing for children and trying to ensure that each child has the opportunity to become a successful adult. So I'm urging everyone here who's listening tonight, if in whatever way you can help our non-for-profit organization, I'm urging you all to get in touch with us via our website, or donate, or just simply ask how you can become a part of us. So with that, I'm going to leave you guys, and I'm sure the conversation will continue to be great, but unfortunately I have an appointment that I have to get to, so I have to go.
Thank you, Doc. We appreciate you so much. Let's give Dr. Celia. You're doing an awesome job with in our Mentoring Matters program. Just continue to do it. And we need mentors. We need mentors. We can't have enough, right? So thank you for leading that initiative for the organization, and just continue to do what you do to serve students.
Thank you. All right. Have a good night, everyone.
Thank you. You also.
No, that's a good night to us. We're still on, right? We're not leaving. We're still here. We're still here. We still have a little bit of time left, and we have so much to talk about. You know, I think it was Grace. Andrea mentioned our work in Jamaica, and then Grace piggybacked on it and talked about the sanitary pads. Guess what? That's a big situation in Kenya. There's a major problem with these young women not having sanitary pads. So Donna, is that something you want to talk about? Because you saw it. You saw it. The situation with sanitary pads.
It's almost like it's considered to be like a luxury item. And it's not just in Kenya. It appears to be many of the countries that's in Africa where there's a big problem when it comes on to sanitary towels. It's like a luxury item. And so what happens is that because of that, now you have girls, unfortunately, they're having sexual relationships to get money in order to buy their sanitary towels. And then of course the flip side, you know what happens? They end up having, these babies. Exactly. Because they need sanitary towels. So it's a huge problem there as well. So, that's something that we're undertaking as well, trying to help with that initiative also, is to see how we can help to sustain some of those girls. But it's from our understanding, it's not even just a matter of them not having sanitary towels, is what they're having to do to even get. That's so disturbing. So it's just sad. It's sad, and it's a big problem.
When we come back, we're going to take a quick break, and then we'll come back with our last segment, and we'll talk about sanitary pads. We'll talk about the clothing drive that we're doing, and we'll talk about our trip to Kenya in September. So let's take a quick break. That's all right. So let's do it.
Locked in my decision to have a collision with my purpose. It is my assignment to be in alignment with my purpose.
How about that song?
Nice.
Mm.
Very nice.
Wow. Ty Swayze.
Mm-hmm.
And performed by Ty Swayze.
That's a great voice.
What a beautiful song. And produced by our guy, Top Star. And Kiana put this video together for us. So I wanted to say thank you and commend them for doing this.
Great job.
Thank you.
Powerful.
Thanks, Kiana.
And that song is just telling us just like it is. Just like it is. It's, you know, we're not just doing this because we're doing it. We're living in our purpose. We're doing what we're called to do. We're born to do, right? Because we're born with purpose, and we understand that. So we're going to Kenya in September. And again, we're going there from what are the dates, Donna?
September 12th to the 20th.
The 20th, right?
Yeah, I think we're leaving on the 19th, but we'll get back here on the 20th.
The 20th. Okay, so we're going to Kenya, and again, this is a voluntary thing, like everything that we do. It's voluntary. So if it is something that you're interested in doing, and if you're like-minded, if you're about work, if you're about living in service, then contact Donna, myself, and we can have that discussion to see if this is a good fit for you. Now, GHN is doing a clothing drive. We're in the midst of doing a clothing drive, and we plan to bring these clothes down to Kenya with us. Well, we'll ship it ahead of us, but we'll go there to distribute these clothes. So again, I'll let Grace talk about it because she's got some principles around giving clothes and things like that. Grace, you want to talk about that?
Oh, sure. So whenever we're giving clothes to the church or to marginalized groups or to a community, whomever, we have to make sure that the clothes is in good condition. I've heard people say, oh, they can use it. Of course, it has stains on it, but it's better than what they have. That's not, and those of you who are even somewhat spiritual, that is not what we do. We need to give whatever you would still wear. You cannot give somebody something that you would never wear because they are marginalized. You know, I talk about myself all the time. Sometimes I have a bag of clothes to give to the church and I'm going to work and I jump in the same bag and take out a shirt because it goes with a suit. So I'm like, I'll go back in the bag and take off. I say, oh no, this shirt goes with the suit. Why am I giving away this shirt? You know, this stuff. So it's never something that I won't wear. It's always something I would wear. Sometimes I have a blazer. I'm like, damn, the pants is in the bag. I have to run in the bag and take the pants out because I make sure that whatever I give away is what I would wear and is what I would have my children wear and my best friends wear, what I would give to my best friends, not what I would give to marginalized people only. Like this is for marginalized people, but it's for my friend. I wouldn't give this to my friend, but I give it to marginalized people. So we don't do that. So if you have it in your heart to give something that probably doesn't fit you anymore because we're getting a little chunky, you know, a little bit.
We're getting smaller.
Oh, yeah, getting taller. So we're stretching out. Oh, yes. So, you know, if you have clothes like that and you look at it, you look through it, is this stained? Does it have anything there? Has a rip, whatever. And if it has a rip, just dump it. Just dump it. Don't give it to anybody. Don't say, oh, those people. Who are those people? Who are those people? Those people can wear it. Those people would be happy to have it. It's better than what those people have. We are those people. We are those people. And if we can't be those people, then let's not have those people.
Mm-hmm. You know, I really wanted to talk about it. I know it's a pet peeve of yours, and it is a pet peeve for our organization. You know, yeah, and all again, it's about value. You know, we're talking about empowering people. We're talking about making them know that they're significant, they're of value, and we do not want to diminish that in them in any way or sort. So that's what we do at JHN. We give the best. Even when we give away food and stuff like that, we're going to make sure that if there's a dent in the
Totally
we
can.
take circulation. We
And
take
I-
it in circulation. Go
Sorry,
ahead.
just want to add when you talk about the food, that when we went to Jamaica and we were distributing food because it was just so much food, and while we were packing the bags, I saw that some of the kids came and they kept looking at the cans of whatever peanut butter, and they're saying that this is not expired. I'm like, what the heck? What the heck? What do you mean it's not expired? Why would we bring expired thing here? But they're used to getting expired stuff. They're used to, because the first thing they start doing when we gave them the food was to look to see, is this expired? Is this expired? And that was a big deal. Is this expired? I'm like, what do you know about you know your kids? We know about expired food, but because they're used to getting expired food, and we made sure that everything that we had, I think when they're 2022, some of that stuff still said 2025. You know, that's it. You know, it was things that you could use 2 years down the road, because it was just not food that we're gonna, or we didn't even give away food close to the expiration date. Not even close to expiration date. Not to say, well, it's not quite expired. No, we just never bothered. We had to make sure that food that we gave was actually freshly packed food, and we looked at the date and made sure that it was. If I could eat it, then so can the next person. But if I can't eat it, then I wouldn't give it to anyone else to eat. And that's really our motto here at GHN. Yeah, if we can't use it, we don't dump it on anybody else.
Yeah, give what you're prepared to receive is what it's all about.
Exactly.
And if you can't, if it's something you don't want, don't pass it on.
Right.
Let's hear from Andrea. Andrea, you know, and right now we're talking openly. So whatever is on your mind, just about GHN and the work we do, doesn't have to be specific to any one thing or the other. Just share it, because we have people out there listening and need to know about what who we are and what we're all about at GHN.
I do remember, Grace, when we were unpacking and the girl saying this is not expired. And that is true. The Bible actually says, do unto others as you would like them to do unto you. So if you're gonna give someone something, let it be something that you yourself would wear.
Yeah.
You know, don't look for the worst thing in your closet or something that's torn or ripped or soiled and say, oh, I can't wear this anymore, so I'll give it to someone. No, give them something new with a tag on there. I mean, there are so many places now that you can get clothes just about, you know, really for a low price. No need to be sending any worn old stuff just because it's going to, you know, someone who is in need more than you are. And I'm so proud that at GHN we don't do anything like that. We donate stuff that has tags that we have in our closet that we're probably not wearing and just sitting there, and someone else can benefit from that. And, you know, we just need people to donate, give, because we do travel and we do have people, we know people who are in need, and we really, really would appreciate help in doing that.
And I want our listeners to understand, tonight we're talking about Kenya and Jamaica, but we do work here in the United States as well, because there are lots of needs here. And, you know, so we're not only working in Kenya and in Jamaica, we're doing work in Bulgaria, and important work. And so it's not just a Kenya thing or a Jamaica thing. We are looking for opportunities to help where there are underserved people. You know, and if you have suggestions and ideas and you're willing to, you know, step into the ring with us, bring your ideas and let us take a look at it and to see if it fits within our business model. One of the things with us is for us to work in any locality, you know, we ask that if you bring it to us, you're prepared to walk with us, to do the work with us. Isn't that what we do? You're prepared to be as, you know, own it as we do. Own the initiative, own the effort, and so if you have situations like that and you say there's a need out there and it fits within our business model and you're willing to join the effort and work as hard as we work, then bring it to us. We'll take a look at it. Now we have limited resources, right? So we can only do what we can. We can only do what we can, but bring the idea, bring the opportunity to us. We're always looking for ways to make a difference and help. So bring it on. Donna, I'm going to give you back the mic. Or Grace, Grace, I can see Grace say, let's give it to Grace.
I'm agreeing with what you're saying, because as you're talking, I remember my grandmother would say true word. True word.
Can you put it on the screen?
Not true word.
On the screen.
No. My grandma would say true word. So I'll even say it's been true words. The words are true, basically. That's it. But she would say true word. Yeah.
True. I prefer it the other way. True word.
True word.
There you go.
True word.
So
yeah.
As you can see, we like to have fun as we talk about serious stuff, right? Because what is the work without having fun? And we're having fun here talking about what we do at JHN, as we always do, when we travel to do our work. So Donna, true word. Give us some more.
For my, I can say that, all of us, we're so passionate about serving and what we're doing that, we do this. I think we make it almost seem too easy because we kind of do it so selflessly. It becomes like it's our nature. It's a part of us. And I think, that's what having a serving mindset, a serving spirit is all about, and it's just it's humbling to see how much work we've done in a very short time, because we are a young organization. We're still a young organization. And I mean, we've provided food for hundreds, thousands of people. So many schools in Jamaica, we've provided school supplies. I mean, even when we're not having a big initiative, just having boots on the ground there, that's, going from parish to parish and, just all over doing the work. It's, it's very humbling. And, and I can't, I can't just encourage our listeners, if you're looking for a place to serve and do some work, I mean, we're a great organization. That's all I know is that we're a great organization. We're a great team. Come and join us. The only thing is, just know that you're going to have to work, because that's what we're about. We're about doing the work. And I'm proud. I'm proud of that. Just like when I look at Kenya, I was telling Dr. Locks earlier, like when I look at the children, when I look at what they had, the pictures of what they had, even just to the degree of the toilets that they were going into, it was like bare on the ground. Like you're just on the ground walking in. And if you go to Kenya, you don't see a lot of grass and sidewalk and stuff like that. It's mud. It's mud.
Red mud.
And so, you can just, they're just walking straight into this place. And when I see what they have now, they have steps that they can go up a step, even knock the dirt off their shoe before they go into their bathroom. They have a ramp that they can go up, and now they have something where they can wash their hands when they
running water. That's huge.
That's
why water, yeah.
When they come out, they can actually wash their little hands, and when you see how happy they were and how joyful they were, I mean, like, to me, that brought tears to my eyes, because that us know that what we're doing, we're on the right path and we're doing the right thing. Because at the end of the day, it's all about those kids. And just to see that, like just like what you were saying, Grace, is when we show them that and just a little bit of kindness, it's giving them hope. We don't know how we have impacted those children's life and how we have changed the trajectory of their life, where now they can say, whoa, you know what? This is what I had. Look at what I have now. I can do this. If I work hard, I can achieve. There'll be people to help me, or just working hard. So it's very humbling. And I'm just happy. I'm happy that global humanity is here, and I'm excited of all the stuff that's gonna happen. And just to see, guys, like global humanity is in Kenya. We're in Africa.
We're in Kenya. We're in Kenya in a big time way. Because Donna, I think you need to say something about there's one donor that drove to your house with bags of clothes.
Oh my gosh.
I think you must say something about it and recognize her, because that was big. That was big.
So, like when we went, of course, like we said, when we went to Kenya, it was a mission group. So it was a number of us that went. But when we came back, we, spoke about our initiative of doing the clothes drive. And one of the young ladies, Tamara Bush, as a matter of fact, Tamara Bush that went with us, she drove from North Carolina to my house and dropped off, I think, probably 4 bags of clothes and a box of these like sneakers, these light up. I've never seen them before. They're kind of cool. These light up sneakers. They're like some kind of Bluetooth type sneakers you charge them, but they light up. They're sneakers, really nice, and a box of sneakers. She drove 4 hours to get here, to drop those things off, and turn back and drove right back to North Carolina, just because she wanted to drop those things off so we can send those things over to Kenya for those children. And that's amazing.
That's amazing. And so I wanted you to say that, because that's a big deal. We first of all wanted to recognize her for what she did, but we want others to know that there are people out there doing this kind of work, not just at GHN, but all over. There are people out there and we want to encourage those individuals, those organizations out there making a difference in their small way. So it's important that we give a big shout out to Tamara and all other organizations who are out there playing their part, because it's a lot of times we look at these big giant organizations and we say they're doing much, and I'm not knocking them, because they're doing what they're doing. But if you want your money to get to the source, to get to what you intend for your money to do, then GHN is the organization for you to donate to. Because Grace said it earlier, we spent over $35,000 on an initiative in Jamaica, the London High School, and all it cost us, outside of the money that was used administratively, was $45 for the first wire and $45 for the second wire. Every other penny went to the initiative, and my gosh, what a success story that is. What a success story. In fact, another time we'll come back and do a visit. We'll visit that institution online, and we'll show online the work that was done. I think that's important, because that again is encouragement. That again is showing when you are willing and when you come together as a group of like-minded individuals, what you can achieve. And I think that is so important. Grace, Andrea, what do you want to say? I know you guys are not short on words.
I remember. I mean, I was looking at that video from Meleke and from the primary school, and I'm like, my whole thing was, oh my gosh, they have running water. Water's running. It was just so it should be an everyday thing. It should be so normal. I'm like, oh, they have water. They have running water, and it brings me back to when we first started GHN, first maybe 6 months, and there was a basic school in Little London, outside of Little London, in Jamaica, for those of you who don't know. And that school, it was right after COVID, and they, for some reason, the basic schools are not publicly funded, so they pretty much did not have the money to pay the water bill, so the water was cut off. So we have over 30 little ones, little babies, having to use the bathroom, and when the teachers are able to flush it, and teachers are able to flush it, but it wasn't always flushed because they have to go get water every time somebody go to use the bathroom. And just to see that, I'm like, wait a minute. So how could they cut their water off? I said, they can't cut the water off. This is a government school. And I was told that, no, it's not funded by the government in that way. They're responsible for certain things. But anyway, what really got me hooked, maybe this is what got me hooked on GHN, was when we decided that we are going to put the water back on. We are going to pay that water bill. And many of us, I think most of us, dug in our pockets. We dug in our pockets and we paid that water bill, and we put the water back on so that these little ones could have water to wash their hands. They could have water when they go to the bathroom, to flush the toilet. And it was just one of the nicest feeling ever. Nicest feeling ever. So after we did that, I'm like, okay, I'm with GHN. I said, I'm going nowhere. I said, I'm not going anywhere. That's it. I'm here. I'm here to stay.
Yeah. That was a powerful moment there. That was a powerful. I think, and if I can recall, I think we raised almost $600 members.
I think it was $750 or something for the
water back on.
The connection.
We
had money left over.
Yeah, so it was maybe $450 total members donated. That we had enough money to take care of that problem, and then also apply that money to something else.
Yes, exactly.
And we had another water situation too, Donna, right? Where the school didn't have water.
They didn't have running water at all.
Oh yeah, that's right.
No, they didn't have water, period.
Yeah. The school in Portland, right?
Yes.
Portland,
yeah.
Yep, and we were able to get the plumbing done, the pipes run. Water flowing through the school.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's always a great feeling. Such a great feeling when you can bring that level of dignity to others. Because you might say it's just water, but it's not just water. Water is a lifeblood. It's a life source of all that we are and all that we do. Let one day we turn on the tap and there's no water for 6 hours or 8 hours or 10 hours or into 3 days or 4 days.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Think about this. You're living in a country surrounded by water. You don't have any.
You don't have any water, yeah. Right.
What a situation, right? What a situation. We're coming close to wrapping up this powerful conversation. We've had quite a few episodes in the spotlight, but I'm here to tell you this is the one that really knocked me out. This one here, I'm with my friends, my co-team members from GHN, and I'm so happy that that we extended the invitation and you showed up, and to have this conversation for me this is it. If we don't do another show, this is the show for me, to be honest with you. Because GHN is our thing.
Yeah,
the work we're doing at GHN is our thing, right? And to have how many we have? 5 directors, we have 6 of us, and others were invited, but for whatever reason they couldn't make it. Because I want you to know that we have a total of 11 directors, full-time directors, and we have 3 advisory directors as well. And we have different committees. We have help me out, guys. Help me out. We have different committees. We have, what other committees we have, Grace, Donna, Andrew?
You have mentoring.
Mentoring.
Yeah.
Helping Hands.
Helping Hands.
Yeah. Helping Hands. Infrastructure. And that's the work we do, right? We do infrastructure improvement. We do our Helping Hands initiative where we feed people. We provide services like we're doing in Kenya with clothing and those type of things.
And we're big on education.
That's what we're all about, right?
Mhm.
Even when it's not directly attached, it is all about the students. Yeah, so we're an organization that supports students in underserved communities all across the globe. So we're doing our part, we're doing our best. But as we get ready to close out, I'm gonna ask, we're gonna go around the circle, and who wants to go first and have some kind of a closing argument?
I'll go first.
Okay, thank you.
I would say with our donor support and all who are hearing us, all those who are logged on, with their support, we will continue to do our initiatives one at a time. And with your support, we'll be able to help more kids, more adults, and we'll just be able to improve communities, one community at a time.
Thank you, Grace. And Andrea, you're up.
And Grace, there's something that you always say. Every little
Every
what?
mickle, every muckle,
Every muckle.
every mickle make a muckle.
Every mickle makes make a muffle. Yes.
Every mickle make a muckle.
Yes. So I just want to say Global Humanity Network is out there doing a great job. And I'm so very proud of Global Humanity and what they're doing. And we do need your support, whether financially or just being there, lending a hand. And every little, every
Mickle.
nickel make a
Make a
muckle.
muckle. There you go.
Spell lickle.
Likkle.
There you go.
Lickle. Every lickle make a muckle.
Muckle.
Every mickle make a muckle. Yeah.
That's so true. So Donna, what is your final argument?
I think my final thing that I would say is first I just want to back up a little bit. When we went on our first trip to Africa, it was not our trip. However, my mindset and intention was that GHN was going to be in Africa. We were going to have foot in Africa. I'm happy that we accomplished that. And with that, I will leave you all with, if there's anyone out there where you have an organization, you're trying to do something by yourself solo, and you're having a hard time, and you have the same mindset that we do, come on board with us, join us, and we can do greater things. Where one is hard, but as a team, we can move mountains. So reach out to us, jump on our website, subscribe to our organization, and let's just continue to do the work. And thank you for joining us this evening.
Of course. And I want to echo that. Thanks for joining us. And, I want to say something to my team members here and tell you that I can't appreciate love you anymore. I can't appreciate you anymore for all that you do at GHN for underserved people globally. This is not a job, so to speak, that you're being paid for, but yet you're working it tirelessly in ways that you're working it probably more than you did at your workplace, because this level of commitment that I see day in, day out. I watch in our first year in business, how we achieve so much that in one school alone in Jamaica, we probably spend the equivalent of about $70,000 US in our first year in business. And that was not a small undertaking, because a nonprofit organization with no name, no credibility,
and no public funding.
We did that. And that was no small undertaking. but we were successful in doing it, and we made some major impact on the lives of so many individuals. So my first thing is to say thank you, and not just to the members on this platform right now, but to our many members. I also want to say thank you to our donors, because there's nothing we can do without you. Whether it's your 5, 10, 20, 100, or whatever.
Sure.
Whatever. So I just want to say thank you, and just continue. We ask that you continue to support us, because we have so much more work to do. We haven't even begun. We have so much more to do. You know, we're going to be we're looking to do some more work in Jamaica. We're looking to build some more toilets in Kenya. And if you go online and Google pit toilets in Kenya, you'll realize how big a problem it is over there for the schools. It's a real serious problem. If you go online, 50% of the students at high school, primary school, and below in Kenya are not attending school. You know why? Because they can't pay their school fees. And if you can't pay, you can't stay. What does that mean? Some of these young ladies, and I'm talking about young ladies, guess what they end up doing to take care of their family? Parents send them out there to do whatever they have to do, just so they can sustain some type of lifestyle. That is not a good thing. As long as we have breath, have life, I think it's on us to do our part, whatever little we can. So if you can support a child one way or the other, reach out to us. You don't have to pay a full $900 tuition for the year, or $500 for a child that is not boarding. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 is going to make a difference. In fact, we made a decision that at a Collision with Purpose, that for every book that you purchase on our website, guess what we're doing? We're donating $5 from that amount. We're going to do a scholarship fund somewhere. Every book. To date, we have sponsored, what's it? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 students. 4 students. In fact, I just sent off $900 to pay full tuition for the year for Elizabeth. She was kicked out of school. Can you imagine primary school and you have to pay, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine? She was kicked out of school and couldn't go to school. Guess what? If someone didn't pay it, she would have stayed out of school. And guess what she would be doing with herself?
Baby, pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
We talking 9-year-olds here. That's what we're talking, right? So it's good to make babies, but not when you're 9. Not when you're 9. And some of the kids that we're supporting, they're orphans, and and so forth. So my final word is step up and do something about it. Have a voice at the table. Be a decision maker. And it's not a requirement for you to have a lot to give. Sometimes you have a little bit more than the person you're helping, or sometimes you have what you don't need. Share it. And sometimes you have what you need, but it's better spent somewhere else to help someone. So in any way you look at it, you can do something about the situation. So we ask that you do what you need to do. Make a difference. Be a change agent, right? So that's my piece. I know Donna is going to do her thing. She's always the one taking us out. And of course, I'll play a video while Donna takes us out. I'm going to ask our panelists to stay on. Don't log off, because we want to have a little quick chat backstage. All right. So Donna, please take us out.
Sure. Well, thank you once again for joining us this week in the Spotlight. We look forward to seeing you next week. And as always, stay safe, be blessed, and have a wonderful evening.
Blessings always.
Locked in my decision to have a collision with my purpose. decision to have a collision.